There we go.
All right. Welcome to another episode of the Pure Talk Podcast. I am your host, Mr. DHE, and this is my guy.
_TLs. Follow me for more life advice.
Follow the man for more life
Give it to me, babe.
advice. Give it to me. Give it to me. Hey, man, first and foremost, man, welcome to another episode of the Pure Talk Podcast. I am your host, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We are on TikTok at The Purely Talk Podcast. We are on Instagram at The Purely Talk Podcast. We are on Facebook at The Purely Talk Podcast. We are on YouTube at DHE __. But yeah, man, make sure y'all subscribe and like, man. And let's jump straight into it. Drake is caught on stage being, for lack of a better word, emotional. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a go. That's better. I was going to say emotional.
My boy wasn't being emotional, being vulnerable.
Okay,
letting people know how he felt.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Emotional, if he'd have been crying and then went from crying to being angry. It sounded
like he was about to get there, T.
Yeah, but you know, hey, man, look. Hey.
Wait, before we get there was a concert or it was something.
It was a party or something, but Drake and Mario hit the stage. The people Shade Room made sure they headlined. Drake and Mario hit the stage in Toronto.
And while on stage, Drake decided to vent his emotions or be vulnerable, to T's point, about how he feels about fake friends and how he feels like he thought some of the friends that were on his side switched over and Future during this rap beef, and they picked a side.
Metro.
As he is speaking on stage, to my opinion, from what I saw and heard, the crowd wasn't for it. They didn't really want to hear whatever it was he was trying to vent, because as he's talking, all you hear is people also talking.
Right.
And I think he was expecting that to be a moment where people were like, oh yeah, Drake.
Let's go, Drake.
Yeah, Drake. No, we love you, Drake. We don't care about that. Then people was like, man, play the music. Because at the end, once he realized that no one was really listening to him, he was like, man, cut the music on. And he walked away. I think Drake needs to get over whatever it is he's going through respectfully. And just let it go, my boy. It's over. You lost, and it's okay. Lose gracefully. This giving these speeches and these things of like, you know, people and there's
Why
no
he can't
friends.
give a speech?
He can, but
There's a time and place?
There is a time and place, T.
Okay.
There is a time and place. I agree 1,000% with that.
Okay. But my thing is, I don't see why my boy can't try to, you know, be vulnerable in his hometown. You know what I mean? That's like if you threw a concert in
Honduras,
in Florida.
Oh, nah, nobody's gonna show up. Nobody know me over
But
there.
all right, but if you threw a concert in Honduras, your home country,
you
know what I mean, and everybody, and you rep it proudly, put it on your back for the last 10, 12 years in the game, put it on the map. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you telling me you say you at a party or you hit the stage out there and all you want is a moment of silence. Now I agree. You in a club setting, my boy. You need to quit.
Come on, man.
And the words OT Genesis, you need to cut it. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Cut it. Come on, man. That's like Kanye. Kanye has this reputation for going to the clubs, and I've heard this.
Yeah.
Chris Brown was on the podcast talking about this. He was at a club, and Kanye walked in and went on stage, and the DJ gave him the mic because why wouldn't you give Kanye the stage?
West.
He about to probably show a new song he just made or play some of his hits. Man, Kanye got on stage, grabbed the mic, and started preaching about how they don't respect me, how they don't love me, about the Jewish community, like just going crazy. We are trying to have fun, sir. Please stop killing the vibe. And I believe that's what my boy Drake did. He might have had a little bit too much to drink, because I don't think he's not normally that. He's vulnerable. More composed. Yes. He's only vulnerable for the most part in music. But we ain't trying to hit none of that, man.
But you know what I think it is? I think it's more on the lines of he knew that when I get up here and I speak, people are going to record. So it may not be a moment to them, but I can make it a moment online. You know what I mean? Like when Kanye was probably thinking, man, look, okay, I'm speaking to the people that I'm around. They know how I feel, but I want to probably try to change public perception. And that's where you, like you say, he probably went wrong.
That's not the place to do it.
I wouldn't try to do it at all.
That's almost like, and I'm not saying I'm not saying this is a good or bad thing. I'm just saying perception-wise, that's almost like newly found, like someone that just became a Christian.
Okay.
going to preach right outside of the club. Like, this is not the time. We don't want to hear, people don't want to hear that. It might not be, and it might work. I'm not saying it's a bad or good thing. I'm just saying perception-wise, this is not the time for you to try. It's not the setting for you to try to change somebody's mind, my boy. It's just not. So pick your time and the place.
But I'm the greatest artist in the world when I stop people listen. Or at one point they used to.
And there you go. There you go. Kendrick changed that perception.
No.
Yes, he did.
No.
He changed that perception of Drake's greatness.
No. Because all he did was double down on the fact that, like, my boy's 1-3 in battles. He's 1-3. He beat Meek, lost to Pusha, lost to Kendrick. Okay.
Right.
So
this was a big loss, though, dog. This is a different kind of loss.
And that's the problem. There's a guy, and Vlad, shout out to Vlad TV, they did an interview with a guy, right? And he's from Russia, a rapper from Russia. Those big artists battle each other.
Yes, sir.
And it doesn't affect their sales. How come in America we put so many stipulations on the artists? Okay, you can't be old if you want to be a rapper or a singer. Great music can come from anywhere.
True.
And can touch all ages if it's great music.
True.
Like Drake said on Pound Cake, shout out to my boy Drake. Only real music gonna last. All that other bull is here today and going
tomorrow.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, you right. You are right. I think the people you're talking about in Russia, that's their come up. That's their
culture in a way.
That's their culture.
Right.
Our culture is what it is, bro. And I feel like Drake's greatness, even though I just said that it kind of was stained a little bit.
In your opinion.
Yes.
In your opinion.
You're right. And I take it back because his greatness will always be his greatness. But I also can feel like maybe that Kendrick was the turn for, like, you're still gonna always be great, but you're not gonna be that one anymore. Like he's been that one for the past 15, 16 years, right? And no one has been able to, like, knock him down. I feel they might have knocked him down. Not that his greatness is gonna be changed or he still can make great music. He doesn't have great music in general. But he's like, it's like, okay, my boy. Now you have to learn, you have to recognize whenever you're the oldest guy in the club and recognize, like, okay, I got to stop coming to this because I'm too old for this now. Or you're that 50-year-old wearing baggy clothes and the hats. Look, at your age, you made it, and now adapt. Now make music that is supposed to be made in that group because you might not be that anymore. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you can say that to a lot of artists. There's a lot of older artists trying to make music for young people.
These other artists are not Drake.
Yeah, but they're trying to get there.
That's cool.
And he's trying to maintain. So
do you think is Drake to you still the same Drake of years ago?
No.
That's my point.
Because but it was like that before.
You're right.
Because
when people say that, yes.
When he was dropping, like, what the last album he dropped?
For all the dogs, and then he did the dance one. He did the dance one.
The dance one really.
And then he did the one
off.
with all the baby mamas on the front front of the cover.
I see. Those last. I'm sorry, because usually if I go listen to a Drake album, I used to, like, get on that bad boy, like, you know what I'm saying? If you hear this, if you listen to this, you're too late. All that stuff. I would be on that listening to every song, trying to catch every bar.
Yeah.
Trying to catch every vibe, trying to get the lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nowadays it's like. And like I said, it was before the whole Kendrick thing. Kendrick just kind of humbled him.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, so it's almost like he's been on this path of, like, where he's trying to adapt to the new times while losing his core fan base, seem like, because the people that came up with him weren't a fan of, like, to your point, they weren't a fan of all the new stuff he was doing.
Right.
But all of this new stuff he's doing, he's trying to gather the younger
fans.
generation. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now with this hit, you kind of got humbled in front of both your genre, your core and your subgenres. So it's like, so I think nothing of you changes. You're still gonna be the great Drake, but it's time now to, like, step back and play the role, whatever that role is. And don't get me wrong, because my mind could change. He could drop a smash next week. Because think about it, Drake has dropped a bunch of songs lately after the beef, and we still don't really talk about it like we used to talk about it.
Yeah,
we don't.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but you dropped it during the time where that happened. But after that whole only other song that caught after that the Drake and Kendrick beef was it's 7 p.m. Friday. That's the only song I see people playing.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. He's dropped more songs than that, but no 7 p.m. Friday. No, that's Glorilla. That's not even Drake.
I know. That's the only other song you hear besides maybe Not Like Us for real. For real, bro. You gonna listen, bro. Glorilla is popping.
I agree with that.
She been popping, but she took another step, and I thought Sexy Red took over. Then no, it's Glorilla's turn again. Like those two right now.
Yeah.
And besides
the girls are running it right now.
Yeah. And then it's what I'm saying. It's about to be school time, so it's about to be slow R&B, maybe type music. People about to start getting into more of their feelings.
Shout out to Drake, man.
I'm sorry. Let me say this. He's gonna be fine. Cause he's about to drop.
I'm not saying no.
I'm about to say this October. This is his month. I feel like I predict this. He's gonna have a big month leading into whatever. You know what I'm saying? Leading into the rest of the year.
Do you think it's smart for him to try to get a hit before this Super Bowl situation?
No, I wouldn't force it. If I just drop music, I stay on schedule. Drop music just to drop music. If you have fun with this, Drake. Go back to having fun, bro. That's when people got the best out of you. If you try to compete to make a hit, then people gonna feel like, one, you're oversaturating yourself, and two, you're taking away your value by oversaturating yourself.
So basically do the opposite of what you just said. Don't drop music.
No, I ain't say don't drop music. I'm saying don't drop buku music. Have fun with it. Go back to listen to the different songs, getting on other people. Like go back to being that Drake. You know what I'm saying? That's the Drake we miss.
Can you be that Drake seeing how the industry dislikes you? Can you be the Drake that hops on features, gives all of these people so much success just for them to turn their backs on you tomorrow and be like, we don't thank you so much, but we don't F with you no more. We already made it.
The only people that you seen turn their backs on the man was like athletes, DeMar DeRozan, LeBron James.
Bro, hip hop in general.
Yeah,
he unfollowed. I don't know.
But think about it. But think about it. If Drake came to anybody, new artist, old artist, like who is he? No, you don't think somebody gonna take that feature? I know
that's not my point. My point is him. What he want to do that, seeing how they repaid his kindness, seeing how they bit the hand that fed them. Why would I continue now to still be generous? If tomorrow, if a song pops, you might switch up on me then again. Yeah, but if the formula works and you, like that song plays, 9 times out of 10 we hear new artists like the Block Boy JBs or some other people like that. Like you listen to Drake verse, like you know what I'm saying, and like you like his song will like that. When you listen to that one artist, one of the songs you definitely gonna play is the song with Drake. So like if I'm Drake, I'm gonna get my business on it on the other side of it, right? Because he gave some of these artists these songs, like, no, go ahead and get you. You know what I mean? No paperwork, no. I want 10%. I heard all of them features. I heard
were free.
No, sir.
Man,
he owned like 90% of the publishing.
No, I'm saying, because what other songs besides only thing for I heard, and like I said, this is all speculation. This is what I heard, that he likes to be the first person on the song. He has the first verse.
Okay.
That's the only thing I really heard from. Other than that, like Block Boy JB was on Vlad saying that Drake didn't want anything from it. Young Blue was on Vlad saying that Your Mind Still, Drake didn't want anything from it. You know what I mean? I can't really, right, that's what I'm saying. Okay. And these are just 2 cases out of many cases that he has done.
If they verbatim said it, then I can't discuss.
It's on Vlad TV.
Yeah, right. I can't but I from what I heard, and I got my from Joe Budden, like Drake, whenever he does these features, even the dude from Tuesday, is going up on a Tuesday. He might not ask for nothing up front, but he gonna get publishing off of that, and he gonna get majority of the publishing off of that. And that's where you're really making most of the money, because that song gonna play for however long and every year or whatever.
That song
they get they bank from.
If you book I Love McConaughey, you booking him for 2 songs. That Tuesday song.
He retired.
And if when you were booking him, you were booking him for that Tuesday song. And that Molly song, I don't sell Molly no more. Yeah, that's the only songs you really.
I remember that song. Yeah. I remember that song. I didn't like it, but I remember.
Bro, this song used to go hard. Like
honestly, like McConan, respectfully, because people might say that about my music too, but like I feel like McConan was just for a specific
Timing.
group of people, because I feel like I didn't really like the way he did his thing.
That
But
was
then again,
hard.
I ain't like how Yachty used to do his thing, and look, Yachty killing
Yeah,
the
I
game.
didn't- I
And
still
now
don't.
I'm kind of like, okay, I get it.
But
I'm not gonna listen to it, but
I
I
think
get
people sleep on how much of a lyricist Lil Yachty is.
it. And how hard he works. I gotta give him the respect.
I don't see the work ethic because I don't pay attention. But when I hear him spit, I'm like, okay, he like you can tell like he checking on how he laying these verses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's definitely improved from
He
from
definitely
being
improved from the Minnesota man,
yeah.
the cold like Minnesota man. So shout out to Yachty, man. Shout out to all these artists, man. Y'all keep getting it. That's all we saying, man. Especially the young artists.
Facts. Do you think reasons men and women cheat are different, or is they similar, in your opinion?
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't really have a real answer, but I can say this. An old head once told me, said, women cheat off of women cheat off of emotion, and men cheat because they can't because they can, or something like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know, to be honest with you. I really don't know. That's just something I heard growing up. But at the same time, a good woman is hard to find. You know what I mean? And a good woman can be ruined by things that, a man will do that we some of the stuff we probably wouldn't understand that we're doing because we were probably raised on some emotionalist, logic in some ways to try to make through hard times by by older folks. But like a good woman can be ruined, you know what I mean, if you're a guy that's just real messed up and toxic, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to, or you get a good woman, bro, I'm telling you, it can take you to another level. Like I say, like I used to think people were crazy when they said, I'm like, man, that's all. I'm like, no, bro. Like a great woman, bro, will help you financially, physically, emotionally, and help guide you spiritually. You know what I'm saying? You just got to stand on to your part as a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a choice thing from what I understand. What you think? Cause I know I veered so many ways.
You went. So I'm like,
I can't answer.
Technically, you're right. Like, right. If you have a good backbone, if you have a good woman, a good rib, someone that holds you down, obviously you can go far in life, and that goes vice versa. Because you can also be a good woman with a bad man if you have a good man.
Right.
But the question was, do you think the reason men and women cheat are different or are the same? That was the question.
Right.
Nothing to do with good or bad women.
But I answered it by saying that old head once said, he said women cheat based off emotion, men cheat because they can.
So in your opinion, the reasons are different.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I think women cheat when they're fed up, and I think men cheat because we're just lustful creatures. I saw this thing when I was in Puerto Rico last week, and the thing that said is men wanting multiple partners an innate thing in men? Is that like an innate thing, or is that like a taught behavior? And I think what she said, desire. Do men desiring multiple women an innate characteristic or whatever, however you phrase that, however she phrased it?
That's go ahead.
I think yes. I think it's
taught.
No, I think it's an innate thing. I think it's in you, like, as a man, because our flesh, not to be all Christian or whatever, like our flesh wants to take us to sin or whatever, wants to take us to do wrong in whatever perspective the sin is considered. In this situation, it would be having multiple women, right? And that's just our natural being. So yeah, I think we desire it, but I think it's up to us to have self-control and discipline to be like, I'm not gonna follow through on that desire.
Right.
But I think because I feel like you can even be in a relationship and be happy, but still look at a beautiful woman and be like, dang, I would if I was single. Like, you can desire. I think that's innate. I think that's natural. I think you finding someone attractive or like whatever is something that is in men, I think. But it's up to us to act on it.
Yeah, but that's the same way with women. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree, but the question was the men, because we are the. Let me look up that statistic before I say it, because I was about to say men cheat more than women, but I don't know if that's true.
I think women probably got us, bro. Because
Okay.
they slicker than us, so they can get away with a lot more.
What you
know
was
what I'm
going to say,
saying?
though?
But I was probably gonna say there's women out there there's women out there that think just like dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she just cause she could. You know what I'm saying? Or she got the attention from a dude that she liked, you know what I mean? She probably didn't get, like, same thing for dudes. They probably didn't get that attention like growing up or get that attention in high school or in certain areas. So now they grown, you got a little attention, you're gonna play it. A lot of people play into it. And that's the temptation of it. You know what I mean? Just trying to get a little attention. Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh, she gonna do what da-da-da-da. Like I heard a saying, like shout out to Cat Williams, you know what I'm saying? Like Cat Williams once said, and what you wanna do, I know a raggedy chick who will. You know what I'm saying? But I was talking to somebody, and that's a toxic statement because
Very toxic.
When what I've learned is when you make a choice, right? Stand on that choice, good or bad. There's pros and cons to everything, every choice we make, everything we do.
True.
You know, this and that. So if you're gonna make a choice, be willing to deal with the cons that come with that choice, and just still be like, man, you know what? I love these pros more than these cons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's all. And that's, that's the biggest thing. Like if people stood on their choices, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot more people would be less tempted to fall into the temptation and, and stay out of the bull.
If
but
they didn't fold as much, if we stood on business, I think if
I was like that. I can be honest.
I feel like it might just be like the lack of fear of consequences, right? Or the lack of fear of punishment. Because sometimes I feel like if you knew what the consequences were to your actions, like if you can see in hindsight, if you could see in the future and be like, dang, if I do this, all of these dominoes are going to fall and it might affect bad or it might affect good, but all is going to happen. You might be a little bit more considerate with your decision making when it comes to anything in life. But since we're talking about cheating, like, because if you're married and you've been married for 10 years, 6 years, 8 years, 9 years, and you've been committed for such a long time, but then you have this one opportunity to cheat, if you can see what this cheating might cost your partner,
right,
or the effects that it might have when your kids, you might end up whatever the case might be.
Every single fact that this is gonna do,
you might be like, nah, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
15 years down the drain,
it'd be like, what? You just gave it, and then now she gonna take half everything, and that's just thinking about the physical stuff. Now think about someone you've loved for so long, breaking their heart. Because that's one of the worst pains. Being broken up with is rough, but also seeing someone who breaking love that really was down for you, and you break their heart. Oh, and you see,
God. Like those tears are different. Like that, that apology is different. That change behavior got to be, because you will always feel bad about that.
Always.
You know what I mean? And that's why we were saying there's pros and cons to every choice, bro. Like really, like you were just saying, look ahead and think about how this choice will affect everyone else around me. Yes, I want to.
Yeah,
like thrash and do all this to this woman. She might be this, she might be that, she might be this, but at the same time, bro, I done built this foundation with this woman.
Preach,
and
sir.
Not only have I built this foundation, I'm talking about, bro, like we have built something that I can be tossed out of just as easily for getting caught up in this act, which is whatever's done in the dark will come to the light.
Yeah.
So just, bro, and I promise you, it's gonna be a lot more rewarding if you choose the right decision. You know what I mean?
It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. Pause. It is.
Pause. It's hard.
It's a tough decision. It's tough, bro. 'Cause like I said, I didn't feel victim and I didn't cheat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't have to like. I felt so bad because I cared about my partner that I've told that person. And people was like, I said, man, I'm about to tell her. He's like, man, what you doing? Like, bro, you got away with it. Bro, like, I want to clear my conscience. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I could have did better.
Now, because I've done the same thing. I've cheated on an ex and ended up confessing out of like that whatever
Guilt.
is eating, the guilt is eating me inside. Now, do you think it's selfish to confess to your partner that you cheated on them? Because to your point, and I'm agreeing with the point, because I was on the same point where it's like I only confessed because I was super guilty and it was eating me up alive. Now she's living her life in total bliss, happy, And me knowing that I'm not gonna cheat again after I did it, why should I tell her and ruin the vision or what we have going?
Right.
When I know if I'm intending to maybe mess up again, or like, man, I really can't help myself or whatever, then maybe you confess it. But was it selfish to confess? Yes or no, do you think?
In a way, it was selfish. In a way, because you're right, you could have kept it going, but then again, it still ate you. And then again, you could have kept saying to yourself that, all right, if I got away with this, how many more times can I get away with it?
Yeah, but you confessing doesn't stop the fact from getting away with it again.
Yeah, but at the same time, it clears your conscience and lets you know that. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
selfish.
I
think that's selfish.
In my opinion, I feel like it clears your conscience. Yeah, like it clears your conscience and it allows you to move forward with this person, saying that, okay, I'm going to not only show my person that I will do better through change behavior, but also that I know in my mind I will never like pull this off, because maybe you know what's crazy? Some people put themselves to that because they have to see that. You have to see the pain that it costs your partner. You feel what I'm saying? So like, and it's crazy to see, but some people really self-sabotage, and then once they see the effects of it, get it together, and you know, and that's what it be. But like I said, bro, I confess because was it selfish? In a way you can think about it was selfish, but because I wanted to clear my conscience, and we could have kept a peaceful going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, what about the effects of the?
I mean, the flip side to that, people might say that you're being a coward, right? If you don't confess, like, because I'm only saying the selfish part because whenever I told my friend or my uncle or my guy friends that I was about to confess, they was like, "Why would you do that?
Right? What
like,
are you doing?
Like, why?" And it was like, and one of them pointed out, it was like, "That's selfish of you." But I don't know if that's like male ego or male like logic.
Yeah.
Because
you didn't get caught, so why arrest yourself?
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't know how we ended up there.
I have a conscience, and it was eating at me.
And by the way, it says men are more likely to cheat than women, but the gender gap varies by age. Men are more likely to cheat than women in older age groups.
Wow. So as we get older,
among adults ages 18 and 29, women are more likely to cheat than men.
So when women cheat more when they're younger.
And when they're older, men cheat more. That makes sense, though, because men usually cheat to younger age. Like, if you're 50, you might find you at 25 or 30. Like, you see that a lot.
Like that,
If you got it like I don't even think if you got it like that. I just feel like these dudes pay for it or whatever the case might be.
If I want it.
Other factors that can influence cheating include political views. Ain't nobody worried about all of that.
What, you're a Republican? Go on, sleep with your Democrats.
I didn't love you anyway, girl. I got a question for you, T.
Let's go.
Let me see. I had it. Okay, which would you rather have in your life right now?
Big titties.
Dream. You would rather have big boobs?
No, I'll just bullshit.
Dang, T.
No,
you and big boobs, damn. Now you too skinny for big boobs, big dog. That's crazy.
Hell no.
My boy LGBTQ.
Look African. Walk around and be looking like Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah. Hey, he said it. Look, Look. What would you rather have in your life right now? Dream house paid off, dream car paid off, perfect relationship / marriage, $1 million or perfect friendship?
Oh man, I'm stuck between the $1 million and probably the perfect relationship, because like the perfect relationship, I'm thinking in my head like we can achieve so much more together. You know what I mean? So I can achieve the house, the car, and everything else like that. But but with $1 million, I'm like, shit, we can achieve that too, but it's gonna take us a little while. You know what? I'll take the dream relationship, because I feel like I'm getting two heads are better than one. You know what I'm saying? And the dream relationship that I have in my head, we will both be able to achieve a lot of things on the list, you know, together than if I was by myself.
Makes sense. I think I'd probably take the $1 million.
Why the million,
man? Because I'm already in a relationship.
Yeah.
So I don't gotta worry about. I already got a house.
Yeah.
I don't have a dream car, but that's a liability. So I don't really need that. Perfect friendships. Who needs friends, man? When you got $1 million, that's crazy to say.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
I'm just playing. But nah, the $1 million, because I already have. A lot of the stuff is on the list, so I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah. You
know.
But like, you know,
because it said would you rather have in life right now? So with my life, I have the house. I have a house. I don't need a dream house.
Yeah,
I have a car. I don't need a dream car.
I have a
wife. I don't need a dream wife.
Not
I
married.
have friendships. You know, I don't need a
Have really good
perfect
friendships.
friendships. So like the $1 million is the only thing that's missing that I can add and build. You know what I'm saying? So
the $1 million is missing, and like the perfect relationship.
right.
That's pretty much
Plus,
missing.
what is a perfect relationship? I feel like
I
that
don't
doesn't
think there is-
exist.
It doesn't. It's not.
It doesn't exist, bro.
Even Gavin and Patricia broke up.
Gavin and Patricia. I'm not
Why
sure
did
who
I
that
get
is.
married?
Why did I get married?
Tyler Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect Patty. Nah, I'm saying, but like, yeah, man, like, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. There's only people that's willing to work on it and, you know, and push forward, you know, every day together in life. You know what I mean? Because that's why I chose the perfect relationship, because I believe I can achieve the dream car. You're right. I have a house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. So, you know what I mean? You can make
Yeah.
it into whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? The car, I have my own car. You know what I mean? Like, I have really good friendships. The only thing missing is $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
I think if the option would have been like dream job, I probably would have picked dream job. Because with a dream job, you can, you know, accomplish whatever income wise that you're looking for, and because you're willing to work hard for it or willing to invest time or whatever the case might be. But yeah, that was the only thing missing for me particularly. I'm shocked you ain't go straight for the money, because I read this question and I was like, Ty ain't gonna even make this entertaining. He's gonna legitimately go for the dollars. He gave up his daughter's arm for $1 million. So I know
It was her eyes, sir.
No, it was the arm.
It was her eyes.
It was
sir.
the arm. It was definitely the arm.
Shit, you could take that mug too for $60 million.
It was the arm. It was definitely the arm. But so I was like, but shout out to you for being mature today. Shout out to you. Shout out to Ty for being mature today.
Nah, I really chose.
I know, as I'm saying, but that's a mature
Yeah,
answer.
you're right. That was a mature
That's a
answer.
very mature.
I should have went for the $1 million, but it just seems like I can achieve $1 million and everything else with the perfect person. You know what I'm saying? Because you're splitting life's responsibilities with a great person that, like you said, that's your perfect match, quote unquote. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'd rather go through life happy, whether it's rich, broke, poor, with that person, because you could, like, bro, because I know we're gonna laugh through the tough times. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna push through together. We're gonna motivate each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you really need, bro.
Yeah.
That's what you really need. Somebody that can help you financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally.
A real quick story. We was in Puerto Rico last week. Me, my wife, my brother, his wife, my uncle, the family.
You brought the baby?
No.
Okay.
And we went LED nighttime kayaking. So they put some LEDs on you or whatever, and you go in the kayak and you just roll all the way really far or whatever. But I realized that when you go on these excursions with your couple, with your partner, whoever they may be, it oftentimes tests the relationship. Because whenever you're doing activities that require us to listen to each other, you're kind of forced to have to listen to each other, and then you realize what his or her defects are. Because you never really know how someone is going to handle pressure till you get in a situation like this. And this is a fun time. So you're going kayaking. So there's a front person and there's a back person. I was by myself, but my brother and his wife, I think this is their second trip together by themselves, but probably their first excursion. She was in the front, he was in the back, and he's trying to lead her and she's trying to lead him. And by the end of the whole trip, they were mad at each other. They made it back and they were cool, but it was kind of like, I was like, bro, you have that was a test of your relationship.
Yeah.
They were kayaking and it's like they were getting lost. They were way in the back. The whole crew was in the front. They was way back there. My boy said he felt like quitting a few times. She was tired. She felt like quitting a few times because it's just like, those excursions be really testing your relationships, bro. When you travel, I feel like that's another time to like get to know your partner. When you travel with them, even if it's for the first time, because you're out there, you're learning how to like maneuver. Like you're in a state or a country that you don't speak the language, and now we have to learn how to communicate to them. Or if we're about to do something, we have to be able to communicate clearly. It's just a test. Those type of stuff is a test. I remember when me and my wife went to Jamaica for the first time, and we had to do stuff. I was just like, oh, and I'm impatient already. So
yeah.
I be thinking I'm a good leader, but I don't think I'm a good leader because I be impatient. I be like, come on.
Yeah, the impatience. Same thing with me. The impatience is a mug, but it's like you're impatient because you're thinking that, okay, I'm leading by example. I'm telling you what it is. You know what I mean?
But it's like they're registering it like
a lot
everything
differently.
you're saying is like they're listening. I'm like he was like, bro, I was telling her to go right, she going left. It was that the director, the guy instructing us was teaching us how to do it off the rip, and she was standing up there listening. But when she got in the boat, she didn't know what to do.
Right.
And I was like, it was just hilarious, just because all you heard was him in the background, left, right. Left, right. I was like, that's crazy.
They probably found a system where she was probably already annoyed. Like, I'm gonna just go.
She's
with
annoyed, but she said that he was more annoyed, and he was already ready to quit. In the middle of the lake, he was just like, I'm done. Take me back.
But you know what? The life lesson you get out of it, bro, is that you're gonna go through a lot of things that's gonna require you to, work it out with your partner, and like, they might not understand off rip, but and you have to be patient. You know what I mean? You have to try to break it down to where both of you understand, because
that's the part. Yeah.
At the same time, there's it's gonna be vice versa. You know what I mean? It's gonna be things, and you will want her to give you that same grace. So it was a good test for them. They made it through.
That's
they got
all that
through.
matters.
It made them stronger. They didn't know it. They don't know it yet, but it made them stronger.
It was funny. But I think that's where we're gonna end it, T.
I like that.
I think that's where we're gonna end it, man. That's been another episode of the Purely Talk Podcast.
Come on, man.
I am your host, Mr. DHE, and this is my God.
_T Hills. Follow me for more life advice.
Follow the man for more life advice. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace and